Welcome, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Love Your Life Yoga. And I understand there are a few injuries in the room, some lower energy. We're going to start on our backs today. Stretch out the back body a lot before we come up for some stronger poses. So, welcome. Come onto your back and hug your knees in. Thanks for opening your camera. It's always lovely to see you. So here we go. Feel the ground beneath you. Letting your knees be bent, your feet flat, and your arms alongside your body. Once you've given your knees a little hug. Closing your eyes. Take a moment to gift yourself your presence. Presence in your body, on your mat, present to your state of being, injuries, vulnerabilities, excitement, whatever it may be in your particular state at the moment. Taking a deep nose inhalation, fill your belly, feel it expand your ribs, and feel your breath come to the very top where we hold the breath a moment, and then blow your breath away. We'll do a couple more of those, feeling the incoming, feeling the expanding and the opening, and the willingness to be here, and to blow it all away. One more time, please. Leaving now your knees bent, just walk your feet a little further apart so they are lined up with the edges of your mat, and then bring your arms so they are open, extended out from your shoulders, and we'll just roll the knees, the hips, side to side, beginning to loosen up the area of the hip and the low back. And as we roll the head slowly with breath in the opposite direction, we are moving energy all the way along the spinal column, the muscles of the back, while your shoulders, arms stay very relaxed, immobilized as it were, with a lot of ease. Our intention is to come into ease. You might, as you exhale, continue to blow the breath away. Which makes it a more purpose-driven exhalation. We're blowing it away. Letting go everything that is not relevant. As we take a couple more, rocking the buttocks, the knees, the hips, with this wide-footed position. Nice, everybody. So now bringing your knees back up, walk your feet a little closer together. They're still flat on the mat, standing on the mat as it were. And now draw your right knee in towards your chest, embrace it with both hands or elbows, wrap around that leg, and let your left leg slide straight out on the mat and push through the left heel. Keep that left leg vigorous. We'll relax the right foot for a little rolling of that foot around the ankle, meeting your right foot with ease, unless that's your injured foot, in which case you'll probably be very careful. Reverse. Lovely, everyone. So we continue to hold that right leg. The left leg is vigorously straight out on the mat. On the inhale, raise that left leg strong all the way up to vertical. And then we'll lower the left leg slowly down the length of the exhalation, letting it touch, only to rise again. Your left leg rising on inhalation, long and straight, lowering on exhalation, keeping it vigorous. A little touchdown moment. One more time, please. Moving slowly with kindness into the body today. Nice. Now we'll bring that left leg back up and bend the knee so your left foot can land, and let your right foot come beside it. Feel this moment of asymmetry. Little pause. And we'll take the left knee in towards the chest, squeezing it in close, and sliding the right leg vigorously straight out on the mat. Vigor stays in right foot. Relaxation and flop through the left foot, which now begins to circle. And reverse that circling. Lovely. Can you feel how your low back is pressing into the mat? As we relax that left foot now, the right leg, attention there to inhale it straight up. Right leg to vertical on inhale and lowering back down to the ground, exhaling. So we have 2 to go. Taking it slow, being aware, feeling it in your body. How everything changes when we are present with what's here and not taken up by another thought train, which can happen. Before you know it, you're on the train, you've gone somewhere else. Lovely, that's 3. Now bring your right leg back up, bend the knee, and let the foot land gently with your left foot beside it. And feel that touch down. Arms now relaxed a little closer to your hips. Great. Please slide your right leg straight out on the mat with some vigor and tip your, what did I say? Let's take the left leg straight out on the mat. And then tip your right knee out to the right for the tree pose legs. So the right knee's tipped out. Feel free to use a block under the knee. Let's take the left arm next to the ear and stretch the left side along for 3 conscious breaths. Little holding at the top, little holding at the bottom of the breath. With this inner awareness, feeling the stretch, feeling the achy parts, feeling whatever is here in your body. Nice. Please bring your right knee back up. Lower your left arm and slide your left foot next to your right foot. Same action, second side. Now the right leg is straight out on the mat and the left knee is tipping out, foot finding the inseam of the straight leg. Right leg straight and vigorous, and right arm overhead next to the ear, and lengthen your right side deliberately, filling it with your slow breaths. This is the medicine. The healing comes from our attention, our willingness to go a little slower. Nice, everyone. After 3 breaths, bring your left knee up, your right knee next to it, your right arm back down, palms down near your hips, but let them be relaxed and flopped. Your right arm and your left leg, slide them away from each other on inhale, and keep them there, cross-body stretch for the exhalation. Stay for inhalation, right arm overhead, left leg straight on the mat. This exhale, return, knee to bend, right arm coming back to your hip. Good. Second side, left arm, right leg, straighten out. Both are on the ground, reaching away from each other, keeping this vigor on the exhalation. And inhalation to bring everything back to the starting point on exhalation. Lovely. Right arm, left leg, slide straight. Keep it there. Now your right leg and left arm join the party. So we've got both legs straight and both arms overhead. Stay here for the inhalation, as though standing on your feet, thighs inwards, pressing down. 2 more breaths. Beautiful, everyone. Inhale, bring your arms back to the mat near your hips, and then walk your feet back. So we're back in our starting place. Great. So now let the feet come off the mat, so the shin bones are parallel to the mat. And again, it's a cross-body. Right arm and left leg. Slide away. Inhale, stretch away. Not really slide. And exhale, bring it back to our starting place. Left arm, right legs, extend and push through the foot, and coming back. Nice and slow, alternating sides. We have 1 more each side. As your arm returns, let your both feet land on the mat. Moving the arms a little wider, roll them open, and let your knees drop wide for cobbler's pose. Taking a nice breath in through the nose. We blow the breath gently away while turning the head towards the right. Inhale your face to center. And over to the left we go with the head. Inhale, bring it back. And bring your knees back up. Walking your feet now just about as wide as your sitting bones. Lift and lower your tail a moment so that your sacrum's firmly rooted. Bring your hands to hold your head. And this is also cross-body. As we exhale the right elbow towards the approaching left knee. Exhale. Inhale, come back. And left elbow to the approaching right knee. Make contact if you can, or move towards and inhale back. So again, it's slow. The exhalation is the little core contraction. The inhale takes us back to our starting place. Stay with it a few more cycles. And we'll do one more each side so that we'll complete when we complete the left elbow reaching across. Rest your head down and your palms flat near your hips, just lightly on the mat. Parallel knees. Rooting down through the feet now to bring your hips up. So tuck the tail and raise your hips off the floor. Exhale, lower back down, making sure that your feet continue to work. Inhale, rise, and lower down. We'll add both arms. Inhale, raise the arms as the hips come up. Feet root, tail tucks all the time. The tail stays tucked even as we exhale back down. And when you land, release that. And as you inhale to rise again, tuck the tail. There's a little pelvic tilt there. Notice that. Top of breath, the arms are long, the feet are rooted, and the knees are parallel. Down we come. Release and land. 2, rise again. Two more, please, beautiful yogis. Let's do this. Good. Now as your palms come down, relax everything. And then with the palms pressing down, take the feet off the floor and inhale the both legs up towards vertical with the flexed feet. And exhale, bending the knees. Adding the arms, extend the arms and the legs straight up. A little pause at the top of the breath. Exhale, bring it back down. Little pause at the end of the breath. Inhale, extend. Arms, legs fully extended, long as you can. And exhale, bring it back. Feet hang, hands, palms down, land, touch down. And let's do 3 more. last one. Good. Hands land and feet land. Press the hands and the feet down. Inhale your hips up. Tail is tucked. Exhale, lower your hips back down. Now it's arms and legs. Inhale, extend. Arms overhead, legs in the air. Exhale, land your hands and feet and return. And now it's the hips coming up. Keep the integrity of your parallel knees. Arms and legs. And return. Hands and feet stay as we raise the hips up for bridge. And bring it back down. And our final is the arms and legs extending. And coming back down. Nice. Let's hug the knees in. Give your knees a little hug. And your low back a little rock. And let's grab that strap to do nice slow hamstring stretches where the strap is now around the right foot, straight in the air, left leg out on the mat. Plenty of strap to allow for this. And we'll do 3 cycles once we're here, found where we could be. 3 cycles of the square breath. Either doing 4 counts or 5 counts, 4 parts of the breath the same. All your attention on your breath. As you complete, place your strap in your right hand, your left arm next to your head, and take your right leg out to the right without lifting your left leg. Good. And just be where you can be. Let your breath flow. No need to count now. Noticing the difference between the deliberate shaping of a square breath and how, when we let the breath flow, we can be a little bit more diffuse. The square breath is a very strong, focusing and grounding breath. Breathing in, bring your right leg back up and give it your strap to your left. And we'll take this right leg across the body and come to a place where you can be. And the upper back stays behind. Adjust your left shoulder blade. Your left leg could relax. You could even bend the knee. Filling now your right side with breath. And now let's bring that right leg back up and put your left foot in the strap. Right leg on the mat. long and straight. And so we begin with this first shape where the legs are in their own lane, plenty of strap, long neck, relaxed shoulders. And once you're set up, 3 cycles of the square breath, cueing yourself. So as you complete, wrap your strap around your left hand to take your left leg out to the left, your right arm next to your ear, and the right leg vigorously straight on the mat. Feel this place, let your breath flow. Noticing all the places where the breath can go. Lovely, and then we'll take the leg back up. Hand the strap to your right hand, left leg going across the body, rolling onto your right hip, making sure that right leg is softened and relaxed. And be here in your breath. Noticing where the breath wants to go. What is calling for your attention? And now on the inhale, bring your leg back up. And let's put both feet in the strap, taking straddle legs, wide apart legs, with plenty of strap to support. Your strap now tight, taut, feeling sensations in this shape. Cueing your legs now to stay here without the strap. So legs invigorate, remove the strap to the side. Legs are still where we had them. Your arms are wide out from your shoulders. Filling up with the breath, exhale, squeeze your legs back together. And inhale them wide. Push through the heels, feel all of these places, and exhale, squeeze together. And one more time. Squeeze together. A little change coming up now as we inhale the legs wide, keeping them wide. The exhale brings the arms up. Curl your head, your chest through the legs. This is the exhale. Inhale, the arms wide. Bring your legs back together. And exhale, wide legs and curling up, arms, head through. We've got 3 to go of these. So the low back staying on the mat. upper back is coming up, and the core muscles have to work here. Core muscles so useful for strengthening low back. And I think we can do one more here. Great, legs come together, arms go wide, bending the knees. Let your feet come down to the mat. Feel that landing. Feet vigorously. Stretching into the core as the tail tucks under. And invite you now to take 3 square breaths. Keep working your feet equally. We've got one more square breath. And at the end of the hold, resume normal breathing to remove your arms and tuck the tail to come back down all the way to the mat. Release. Slide your legs straight out, close together. And bring your arms overhead, close to your head. And now walk your feet towards the left, heels staying on the mat. Shimmy your upper body towards the left, forming a crescent moon, and stretching into the right side of the body. No pauses now for 3 cycles of breath into the right flank. Full, rich breaths. Flowing one into the next. No retentions. One more. Nice. The arms can relax a little bit. You can bring them down or just soften them up there as we now walk the legs all the way to the right of center and create the crescent moon now towards the right, allowing the left ribs to stretch open. 3 flowing breaths. As you complete, walk everything back to center and bring your arms next to your body and let the whole body flop along the center line. And feeling the relaxed state after those lateral stretches. Nice, everyone. Draw your knees in, hug in, rock a little side to side, and let's come to all fours. We'll use our blocks. Starting with cow-cat. Inhaling, arching, exhaling, rounding, tuck under, look down, vigorous exhale, and inhale into the arch. And the rounding. 3 more. Feeling the flow of your breath and the flow of your spine. Moving now in this way, having been on the ground for quite a while. Last one. And now we'll use the blocks, the middle blocks, to lengthen the arms, to give us a little bit more space now as we raise the right leg up. Inhale, lift the heart, knee to nose. Exhale, round under. 2 to go. And 1 more. Good. We'll be standing now on that right foot, so go cautiously. Press down on the foot. We're coming upright. Inhale the arms all the way up, circling them around behind your back. Wrap the right arm behind your back. Bring your left arm forward. Inhale. Root the right foot. Exhale. Long left side reaches forward for Om 1. Coming up again. And 2. And up again for Om 3, where the left hand comes to the block and the right one does as well, as we straighten the back leg. Curl that left toe under and straighten your back knee, staying nice and low with your hips, long in your spine. Feeling all of this as we now add a twist to the right. Take your right arm, soaring up, turn your ribs, looking at the hand. Good, and lower the hand and the back knee to straighten the front leg. 3 breaths, front leg stretching. And we'll draw that right leg back. Coming again from all fours to the left leg, lifting up behind. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale. 2 more. This third one, we step the left foot through. Press the foot down to raise your arms up. Good. Lowering the arms behind to wrap the left arm behind the waist. Right arm comes forward. Exhale from your core, strong. Reach long and forward to come up again. To the vertical arm, torso, to the leaning forward. And 1 more time. To reach forward, bring your hand, both hands to the blocks. To straighten the back leg. And breathe here. Adding a twist to the left. Good, lower the hand and the back knee to now straighten the front leg, draw both hips back. 3 deep, relaxed, aware breaths. Good, and draw the leg back. Great, everyone. Taking now your right leg up again. Exhale, knee to nose. Twice more. On this third one, instead of stepping forward, bring the knee to your nose, bring your right foot forward of your left thigh, and thread that right foot to the left off the mat towards a straight leg. So now we've got a big opening stretch in your right hip. Let's raise the left arm up. And lower and withdraw that right leg. And we'll go again with the left leg. Take it up 3 times. Lift high, heart lifts, knee to nose. 2 more. Good. Knee to nose. Bring your left foot forward of your right knee. Thread it through the gap off the mat. Can you straighten the leg or move it towards straight? Oh, yeah, you can feel this, right? All right. So now raise your right arm. Take it up. Open the heart. Stretch tall. And bring the hand back and undo that leg, drawing it back. Lovely. Let's take the blocks to the side for a downward facing dog. Spreading palms, curling toes, and up we come. It's so interesting, when we do have an injury, we really notice how much we need that area. And it takes a lot of patience to give it rest. Here we are in downward dog, opening through the heart. Raise your heels, breath in, and lower your heels, breath out. 2 more times. Inviting you now to walk forward to the front of the mat and bring your high blocks under your hands, creating that distance for a flat back position. So adjust your feet maybe back a little bit and then bring them really close together and bend both knees. So we did this kneeling, now we're doing it standing. Raise your right leg, the knee is bent, raise your chest, breathe in, knee to nose, exhale, round under. 2 more times. And 1 more. Great. Right foot next to left foot. Shift your weight. Knee stays bent. Left leg lifts up behind with lifting heart. Knee to nose. Exhale. Use your core. 2 more. Great. So now we got both feet flat. Hands on blocks. Pushing away from the blocks, bring your hands to your shin bones to take a halfway up chest lifts. Exhale, fold. Now we're coming upright with arms overhead. So as you lift up, press your hips forward, bring your arms overhead, and lower your arms alongside. Great. Left foot is forward, right foot back. Good. And left arm behind the back. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, come forward. Come up again, breathe in. And come forward. Coming up. And come forward now, both hands to the blocks for 3 breaths. Squared in the hips, good hamstring stretch. Lovely. We're going to bend the front knee and step forward. Transfer your hands to your shin bones for the halfway up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up, arms stretch overhead, and lower your arms to your sides. Good. Step your left foot back now. And wrap the right arm behind your back. Left arm comes up, breathe in. Steady feet and ankles as we come forward. 1, coming up again. And 2. And 1 more. As we come forward, we bring both hands to the blocks, all the way down, hands to blocks, to stay with the level hips for the 3 slow breaths. On exhale, we'll step forward, ground the feet, hands to shin bones, flat back, breath in, fold over the legs, and let's come all the way upright. Reach tall, arms alongside. Nice, everyone. Step your right foot back, as we've been doing. Squared towards the blocks. Let's raise both arms up, inhale, and bring the hands to the blocks. Try to keep your left leg straight for a few breaths. And what we'll do now is bend that left knee, put some weight onto it, walk your blocks a little bit forward, and then bring your right foot off the floor, toes point down, and we're standing on the left leg. Right leg is in the air, heart reaches forward, hips are level, and we can feel this in the standing hip. Good. On the exhale, bend the standing knee and put your right foot next to it. Hands to shin bones, flat back. Exhale, fold. Come upright on the inhale. Arms overhead, big stretch up, root down, and arms alongside. Great, everyone. The left foot steps back. Steadying your feet, raise both arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to the blocks. Stabilize a moment. Level hips. And now we'll step all the weight into the right leg. Left leg comes up parallel to the mat. Toes point down, heart's lifted. Adjust your blocks a little further forward as needed. And feeling now the strength that we need in that right hip. On the exhale, left foot next to right foot. Good. Walk it out a little bit. We're still holding the blocks. The invitation now is to cross your right foot over your left so that the little baby toes are next to each other. The knees can be bent. And we've got cross legs. Good. And then any amount that you could straighten the knees, lift your heart. Breathing now into the outer hips, hamstrings. Where can you feel it? We've got the right foot on the left side. 2 more breaths. Good. And then we'll undo and switch sides. So adjust your feet so that we've got the left foot over the right foot. Your feet are touching baby toes sides. And we got a little bend in the both knees to get started. We got the blocks supporting us. And this is a deep forward bend, deep into the hips. Toward straightening the legs. If it's terribly easy, you can always lower your blocks. But it really isn't that easy. All right, and undo. With your feet parallel, shift your hands to your shin bones, halfway up, breath in. Fold over the legs. Now bend your knees deeply and clasp your hands at your sacrum and stretch the arms straight up or overhead as your crown moves down. 2 more breaths. Nice. Lower the arms. Bring your palms to the mat and walk back to a downward facing dog. Stretching it all out in downward dog. We'll take 3 breaths. Coming to plank on inhale and come all the way down onto your belly for Sphinx pose. Slide the elbows forward, lift your heart for Sphinx pose for the 3 breaths. So we'll be off the feet for a little bit here now as we lie the belly on the mat and letting your breath fill your low back. On the exhalation, slide your hands to where your elbows are. Lower your chest a little bit. Good. Draw the elbows in close. And without too much pressure of your hands in the mat, come forward and up with your chest for cobra. Coming up, stay up. Chin is low, but your chest is lifted and your legs are active. Very little push in the hands. Keeping all of this, can you bring your hands together behind the back? Clasping. Shoulders draw back, and maybe you can pull up a little bit higher. And on the exhalation, hands next to the ribs. Now we'll curl the toes, push to all fours. To extended child's pose. And back to downward facing dog. So now the feet are close together. Bringing your right leg up behind three-legged dog. Look forward and aim your foot between your hands. Feel free to draw your blocks under your hands, staying here. If you want to work a little bit harder, reach your arms back and draw your torso up. And once you're up, you can raise your arms overhead. Feel free to stay low, so taking care. It's a kind of a giant leap, that, isn't it, coming from the ground and up. Nice big breath in, and exhale. We'll go back to the ground with the hands and step the right foot back for three-legged dog again. Take it high. Ease that leg and foot, might even circle it. And bring the foot down to take second side, where we take the left leg up high. Step the foot to the front of the mat. Feel free to stay low with your hands or reach the arms back to come upright. stabilizing as we raise the arms overhead and stay a few breaths. On the exhale, come forward. We go back to three-legged dog. Raise the leg and bring the foot down. Walking the feet back a little bit to come to plank, to lower all the way down, back onto the belly, and back to Sphinx. 3 breaths in Sphinx. On the exhale, we'll slide the hands closer to the ribs, where we'll rise again without too much arm support for little cobra. 3 breaths. Very active legs. And now clasp hands at your sacrum to lift a little higher in the cobra. 3 breaths. The next exhalation, hands press down, toes curl under, go to the knees. Press to the knees and dip back and take a downward facing dog. Good. Let's walk the feet to the front of the mat. Coming back to the high blocks. Bring the high blocks onto your mat again so that we are now in a flat back position, feet close together, thighs draw back. Let's start with the left leg. Take the left leg parallel to the mat. Level hips, heart forward. Staying here where we've been before, or adding the right arm forward for the 3 breaths. Lovely, everyone. Hand comes back, foot comes back. Switch sides now. Right leg parallel. Stabilizing on that left leg. If you feel steady, bring your left arm forward. 3 breaths. And coming out. Nice, everyone. Little bend in the knees as your hands come to your shin bones. Halfway up, breath in. Exhale, fold over the legs and come all the way upright. Arms overhead, stretch tall, and prayer pose. Well done. Let's take a wide stance now along the mat, bringing one of your blocks under your, right in the middle. Good, and the arms are wide. Good. Nice big breath in. Heart leads as we exhale and bring the hands to the blocks. Keeping the block kind of under your face, sensing your sitting bones, your hips stable. Now your left arm, inhale it out, follow with your ribs. Take the arm high, exhale, bring it back to the block. And now your right arm out to your right, turn your ribs, and exhale back. Good. Stay with this a few more. So this too's Lovely and stabilizing for low back. The last one will be your right arm lifting. Turn your ribs. As your hand comes back to the block, move the block forward, draw your hips back. All the weight drawing back, down rooting through the feet. Hips draw back, spinal column so long. Side body really feeling that. Great. Bring the block back. Push up to stand with your wide legs, hands to hips. And setting up now for triangle pose. So your right leg all the way out, left heel away. Spreading arms, breath in, and reach over your right leg. Not too deep, just where you can. And roll your right ribs forward and raise your left arm to the zenith point. Good. Now find your peace. Find your stability here. See how quickly we can do that. Root your feet. Catch the inhale to come upright. Relax the arms, and we'll take the feet, the legs for second side. Lovely big reach. Over we go into Trikonasana. Nice, deeply root to inhale upright and relax your arms. One more time, parallel feet. Heart lifting inhale, come forward to the block. Do one more time, stretch the block forward and the hips back. 3 breaths. And starting to wind down from these stronger standing poses. Good. Draw the block back. And use the block to walk your feet closer together. And from the parallel feet and the bent knees, walk your hands up your legs and come up to stand, raising the arms overhead and back alongside. Well done, everyone. Let's go back down to the mat, placing the block under your sacrum for block-supported shoulder stand, our inversion. Resting your sacrum on the low block. Bring the arms close in so your heart space is open. And raise your legs into the air to let your feet be loose, relaxed, up in the air. Attention dropping into the body and the feeling of the breath. And so as your breath eases again, inhale for 4 counts and exhale for 8 counts. One more cycle where your exhale is twice as long as the in. And then letting your knees bend for your feet to come down to the ground again to take the block out. As we lower the hips down and we set up for our closing supine twist, where we move the hips to the right and the right leg over. And letting your knees drop leftwards, adjust your upper back spacious and open. And once you arrive, how much can I let go? Any tightness or holding or protecting. So we come deeply into the allowing place. And the flow of your breath without counting, just letting your exhale be longer. As you complete the long exhalation, draw the knees back up and set up for second side. Nice. Please come to center. And grabbing your props for final relaxation. Adjusting your body to the midline. And bringing in everything that makes you warm and cozy and comfortable, and supported. To rest completely on your back. Once you settle, let me guide you through a little breathing practice. Falling away. And letting everything be as it is. Take a deep breath through your nose. Sustain the breath, hold it, hold it, hold it at full. Keep holding. And release this exhalation all the way out to empty, empty, empty. Good. Breathing in now through your nose. And then through the lips goes the exhalation, out mouth. The inhale is through that same aperture, through your mouth. Breathe in. Switching now for the exhale through your nose. Breath can become softer as we inhale nose. Out mouth. Mouth in. And nose out. Even more subtle in your breath as the nose feels the incoming. And the mouth lets the breath go. Softly in mouth. And out nose. And letting all that go. Feel your body sink and drop. Be breathed. And rest deeply. Knowing as you rest, your body merges with the earth going through its changes, moving into the winter phase, and how our bodies adjust. Feeling your breathing again. Loving this breath that breathes you. Loving this body where your consciousness lives. As As you breathe more deeply, begin to stir in your limbs, your fingers, your toes. And as you're ready to just curl up onto one side on the crook of your arm to rest in the gratitude place. And as you're ready, we'll complete our practice together in the seated position. Big stretch of the arms into the heart, bowing to the light within your own heart and in all of ours. So grateful, beautiful yogis. Namaste.